Everybody got the bag now. Everybody got the bag now. 7 figures on me, diamonds dripping on me, baby. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. Everybody got the bag now. Everybody got the bag now. 7 figures on me, diamonds dripping on me, baby. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. From a city full of vultures.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Listen, I got somebody really special in the building. Like, I have so much respect for this guy. He works hard. We do a lot of good business together. Man, shout out to Nathaniel The Great. What's going on, bro?
What's up? What up? Glad to finally be here.
Man, it's so long overdue.
Yes.
Give me some love first and foremost.
Yes,
Boom.
yes.
Transferring that good energy.
Let's get it.
Man, I appreciate you first and foremost because we do a lot of good business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you be on your grind, you be working, doing your thing. Introduce yourself.
Well, what up, y'all? My name is Nathaniel The Great, R&B artist, IT marketing nerd guru from Brooklyn, New York, out here in Atlanta and Georgia now. I've worked with some of the greats, got records with DJ Khaled, French Montana, Amaretta, Music Soul Child, just the list goes on, Jadakiss. I mean, it just goes on. But more importantly, I'm always looking to grow, looking to build. So anybody tap in with me, you know?
Man, that's what it's all about is I think no matter where we get within our career, we just can't ever slow down.
That's a fact.
Period.
That's a whole fact.
Because, we are only as good as our last whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only as good as my last big interview. You only as good as your last big song. So it's like we got to stay relevant and continue to put out that good content.
That's right.
And we want to get bigger too, Slick.
Yeah, it got to be perpetual. You don't look back. You get something done and you look forward.
Man, you have such a great attitude. Take us back, like growing up in New York. What was it like for you?
New York is dope because you get hit with everything. Different cultures, different types of hustles. It's so much. You get to actually choose and learn who you're going to be. Like, how you going to let the city craft you, your personality, your hustle. And you also learn, like, what the effect is that you have outside of your city.
Right.
Quick.
Nah, for real. Absolutely. I think New York really not only still is, but taking it back to like early hip hop had a huge impact on what's out there today.
Very true.
Like even though I'm from Florida and I like my down south music, I have so much respect for New York. And I'll be honest with you too. I really like the direction that New York has taken their music with like the drill music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm such a fan.
That's dope.
I am such a fan. Like R.I.P. Pop Smoke. Like why did y'all have to take him away? He was so dope and he was so young.
Smoke.
But how did music become that passion for you?
Unfortunate for me, my whole family is into it, and we grew up in church, so singing was just like, you born into it. You 3 years old, and you the tenor in the choir. It's automatic. You don't really have a choice. Me and my brothers decided, though, to kind of step outside the church and start doing talent shows locally to kind of see if we can do this outside of gospel. And it worked. We started winning trophies and talent shows and prize money. And it was like, wow, we could actually be a R&B group. We started singing Boys to Men songs and If I Ever Fall in Love by Shy.
Let me hear that Shy real quick. I'm an OG. So, like, I'm taking it back, like the 90s era was my super era of loving hip-hop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And R&B music. Give me a little bit of Shy if you don't mind.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello and I said hi. Right there I knew you were the one. But I was caught up in physical attraction.
You know that song.
To my satisfaction. Yes, I can't sing, but boy.
You hit that note, though. You did it right.
It makes me want to sing. Yeah. Like, and honestly, like that era of music really like made me, I've always been a lover of music. I think we all are.
Yeah.
Our parents like music and, you grew up in the church. I was in the church growing up and it's like, you can't help but feel it. How did you really decide to take this career path, though? Like, what was that for you?
I think a part of it kind of like you choose it, but I feel like this game kind of chooses us.
Chose you.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody. Certain doors open. It's almost like, and then all artists would be like, then this just happened and that just happened. Certain things is almost out of our control because it chooses us.
Absolutely.
Whether it's God, the creator saying it's for you, something chooses you for it. So for me, the way certain things just aligned, man, like I approached the game instead of just, somehow I ended up solo by myself. My older brothers was like, we don't want to do it anymore on a group thing. I was the baby, so I soaked up all the knowledge. I learned how to write the songs. I learned how to arrange the harmonies. So that's what gave me the ability to stand on my own too. But the way I approached the industry, instead of coming in as a singer, a solo singer, I started to mask myself as a writer. So I started reaching out to producers saying, hey, I would like to write some hooks for you because I know you need placements, you need other artists on it.
Got a dope producer in the building right now, just throwing it out there.
Oh, we gonna tap in. We gonna tap in. But yeah, I just started trying to write for artists and landing on a lot of producers' tracks that they would pitch in their pitch folders. And Papoose, a rapper from Brooklyn, shout out to Papoose.
Of course, very familiar.
He was the first rapper or lyricist that said, yo, leave that kid on the hook. Leave him. I like his voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that feel, bruh? Like, when that moment came, talk to us about it.
It's crazy because, like, I'm used to somebody taking me off the song or, like, taking the hook and letting somebody re-sing it. But to know that he kept me on it was one thing. But when I got the call, like, yo, turn on the radio, turn on, like, Funk Flex is playing it. I ran in the back. My mother was in the room. I remember her laying down. I'm like, Mom, I'm on the radio.
Man.
She's like, that ain't true. Because when you, like, and this is the era 10 years ago, 15 kind of years ago, where if you on radio, you are a big deal.
Of course. Huge. Because
Huge.
that's the ultimate dream.
Yes.
Besides making it to the Grammys and whatnot, is to make it on radio.
Yep.
Every artist wants to make it on radio. You know, and I was just sharing with these guys here, like, I got my notoriety in the radio world 12 years ago. Shout out DJ Clue, man. Like, I was on Desert Storm Radio for 3 years.
Oh, dope. Wow.
You know, so I was doing marketing for them, and I had my own mix show. Like, I literally taught myself how to mix. Like, I don't call myself a DJ, but if I needed to do it, I could. Because I had the turntables, I had the whole joint, because I was there every week doing a mix show.
Yeah.
So shout out to DJ Clue, man. And that was my first real opportunity to be able to get into what I'm doing. So I always have love for up top.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing that you even, like, sometimes you got to learn other things around things just to be versatile. And in case you ever, like you said, have to mix something.
Absolutely. I could. Yeah. You know, and my business partner's from Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
real?
from Brooklyn. That's my business partner with the Grind Report. We've been business partners for about 12 years now. So even though I'm from Florida, I love up top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you got your ties up there.
So tell me this. You know, New York is very much known for, like, gritty music and just real people with bars. How was it being a singer coming out of New York?
First and foremost, you don't get, they're not expecting you to be in the same room as the rappers and get the same opportunities. Because I got in the game as laying hooks and writing hooks, I was aligned with all the rappers.
Right.
So I slid right through that crack. After I got on the joint with Papoose, I got the phone call from K Slay. He put me on a song with DJ Khaled, and I ended up on something with French Montana because I was the hook man.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to navigate that whole thing where I'm like, all right, I'm here. Y'all need I always looked at it this way. Eventually, every rapper needs a singer on a hook.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I'm totally for that, 100%.
But you see how now the game is changing where the rappers are singing their own, like everybody's singing. But at my time, it wasn't like that.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong, but I'm just saying.
But get yourself a real singer.
Right, like, we do it a little differently. Like, we sing a little different than y'all.
Because honestly, that hook on most songs is what people remember the most.
Yeah.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, you want to put somebody on there that's going to give you that quality hook. So with that being said, you know, besides, you know, you write music, you sing, what else within this industry do you got going on? Because I know you got a lot of other stuff going on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the new passions that I have is, like, helping other artists build their network.
I love that.
Yeah. Doing, you know, sitting with artists and figuring out a game plan for them, kind of helping with marketing and, you know, even diving into some TV stuff, getting some TV placements. We just got something with Lizzo. Lizzo has a new show. Shout out to her.
Oh, nice. Congratulations on working with all, you know, everything you got going on.
Thank you. And a lot of it comes from, honestly, just reaching out and, like, helping others. I get people that just give back. And, you know, it's like just transferring energies, you know?
Listen, that's why we do this at the beginning of the interview. To me, it's almost like we're praying over what we're about to do. We're transferring good energy because now I know it's going to go great. You know what I'm saying?
I can feel that.
And so let's break down a little bit for what you do with helping artists, because I'm always an advocate for trying to plug artists in with people who can help them because they need that help.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff they come to me for, I know how to do it, but either not something I prefer to do, or I just don't have time to do it.
Right.
So I'm all about making those connections. Tell everybody, you know, if an artist comes to you, what are some of the things that you could offer for them?
Absolutely. So along the way in my career, I needed to figure out how to get my music moving and how to get those bigger looks, how to get on billboards, how to get charting, how to get streams moving, how to get plaques. So everything I found out for myself, I started sharing those resources to artists. So any of that, if you want to get like press, you already know you're really good at press. But if you want to get on TV commercials, if you want to get like streams, your streams moving, your Apple, Shazams, anything that makes your whole profile rise as an artist.
You do all that.
Everything. It's like me and my team is like a one-stop shop for like everything artists.
That is amazing, because honestly, that's one of the hardest things for artists. And they ask me, what do I got to do? How do I build a bigger buzz? How do I get a bigger following? Things like that. And a lot of it comes from working with a guy like you who's going to help them get them streams and stuff up. You got to be consistent.
Definitely.
Biggest thing, you know, shout out to, there's a new podcast called The Cheat Code, which happens to be 3 of my very good friends. Shout out to Wendy Day, Rap Coalition.
Oh, Wendy Day, definitely. The Rap Juggernaut is on that too?
Rap Juggernaut and Ferrari Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
And they just dropped a new episode today, and one of the things they were talking about is consistency.
I seen a soundbite of that. He was like, consistent, be consistent. I seen a soundbite.
Continuously dropping music. We're in that digital era.
Yeah.
And what happens, and you could probably vouch for this, if an artist is putting music out, maybe like, you know, once every 3 weeks or so, they're dropping a new song, it helps them to organically get in the Spotify algorithm. They're going to start popping up on playlists that they didn't even pay for.
Very true.
Because you're now in that algorithm. We've tested it out, and it's foolproof.
It's true.
So with that being said, you know, what brought you to ATL?
Man, for one, this market caters more to R&B.
Yes.
And I feel like I've done everything I could in New York. I know everybody. I've been on every station. I've done every show. You have to spread your wings.
Go conquer another city.
You do. And now when I go back to New York, they roll out the red carpet in a whole nother way. They think I took over Atlanta, and I'm like, wait, I'm just getting started out here. I ain't nobody here yet. I came here on a humble, very humble. I act like I didn't get nothing done. I had my record Cash Out.
Yep.
Then Amaretta jumped on that record. A rapper. Then she blew up like literally 2 months after.
Yeah, she doing her thing.
Went crazy. Shout to Amaretta. So once again, like I said, the universe just aligns. I didn't see that coming. She jumped on the record after she jumped on the record right before she blew up.
Right.
And then a similar thing happened with Music Soul Child. He's my idol actually.
Oh man, I love him.
Yeah, he jumped on a record of mine, and then like a month later, they called him for verses. So he just went up on the spotlight.
Look at God.
This is what but see, my career has been like, it's been like that for me, I swear. And it only comes from, I swear, like the things that I give back.
It's because you have such a humble spirit.
Thank
you. The thing about us as humans, what we put out in the universe is what we're going to get back.
Yes.
If you put out good positive energy, good positive vibes, that's what you're going to get back.
Right.
But if you walk around all the time and you're mad and disgruntled and frowning, that's what's going to stay in your life.
It's true.
So you've been putting out all that positive stuff. So God's blessing you.
Yeah.
We receive our blessings from God, not man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, when you do good stuff for people, God's going to continue to bless you.
That's real. That's real.
Bless your heart.
Thank you. Thank you. Nah, for real.
So since you've been out here, what are some of the things you've been focusing on?
The first thing I knew that I had to do was saturate this market with a record.
Yes.
So with Cash Out, I spent the first quarter, 2021, from January to up until April 1st, with making sure every DJ had it.
Yes.
Running through the Coalition DJs, ATL Top 20, Nerve DJs, Core DJs. I went to the ATL listenings, all of the Music Mondays, everything you can think of to get the record to the DJs, all the DJ pools, franchise, anything to just make sure they had it. Then I put them, put the database together, let the ones that request dub plates, shout outs, send them their dub plates, making sure.
My God knows what a dub plate is. You know how many times I ask an artist about that and they're like, what's that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You need that dub plate. Artists who don't know.
I need a dub plate from you.
I got you. As they say no more.
Sappington.
Say no more. I got you. Artists who need to know what a dub plate is when you put your name, you replace some of the lyrics and put the DJ's name in the song. Or you could just put it in the intro, but put their name in the song so it's in the song when they press play.
I got real quickly, Bigger Rankin made a one for Lucci's record Heartless where he added my name into the intro. That was like,
oh, that's fire.
That was gigantic for me. That's, of course, Big as my OG, but
that's fire.
So go ahead, I'm
that's
sorry.
Fire. No, that's fire though. Trust me, a good dub plate goes a long way.
Because you know why? You have that DJ is going to play that version over
Yes.
and over and over and over because it's got their name in it.
That's right. That's right.
Slick.
And not for nothing, it can go from a level of them just playing it to where, I'll give you an example. Little Bankhead from V103.
Yep.
He asked me for a dub plate. I sent him the dub plate. He's like, Nate, this is my official sign-off song every time I sign off the radio.
See?
You see? So it's like it can go
now
beyond.
you're getting major exposure.
Right.
And Slick, too, you know, if you end up doing that for somebody, you know, it could be a situation if they're really helping you break that record, you could cut them in a small percentage, you know, because I know Bigger makes a lot of money off doing intros for people.
Yeah.
Because they end up keeping him on the song when they put it on digital platforms.
Right.
So now he gets a cut of that. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
yes.
you could potentially be blessing somebody else.
It's true. No, I like that you know that and that you even drop in that game because it's one of those behind the scenes type of business moves that artists don't even know happens.
They don't.
They don't even know that type of thing exists. Like that residuals can come back from things like that.
Exactly. And you can go back like retroactive. I think it's like 3 years and collect monies that's owed to you.
Yeah, they can go and grab it. Your PRO can go grab something that you probably don't even know is floating around.
Go get registered with Song Trust, someone like that who's going to help get you that money. Like if I'm out here making videos with your song on it, you're entitled to money for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Song Trust does is they collect royalties from people who are making YouTube videos and stuff like that with people's music in it.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people make money off of other people's content.
And you would never know. The artist wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't even know. So yeah, it's a fact. But other things like the first quarter, I just saturated the market with the music. Now that everybody got it, it's in the clubs, it's on the radio. The second quarter, I'm outside now. I'm doing the interviews. You like the first, I swear, you like the first of this whole entire project, of this campaign.
Y'all heard it.
She is, I swear she is. It's crazy. We just did a meeting with Bel Air today, so now I just signed on, with them. They sponsoring me.
Congratulations,
Thank
bro.
you.
Like
Thank you. I
you just a
appreciate that.
ball of energy, bro.
I appreciate that, man. I'm just trying to figure out a path that I could then teach or possibly share. You know what I mean? It's
Absolutely.
a blueprint. Instead of just going and not taking notes, I'm going and understanding what worked, what didn't work. So when I sit down in a platform like this, you'll ask a question, what do you tell artists that's trying to blah, 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 blah? I might have something to say.
Listen, absolutely. And I just, and I like the fact that you actually do have a response. I can tell that you've got some media training behind you.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
you know what? I need some official, though, because I be making mistakes. Sometimes I be saying, somebody else radio station at somebody else. So I need to get better with real media training,
That's something I help with artists behind the scenes because, just to get off on a tangent for a second, something that you should never do. If I ask you a question, don't ever say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Rather than say, well, what I can tell you is this.
Right.
That's how you're supposed to answer it. You know what I'm saying? Little tips like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's so dope. So what's the reciprocation been like, since you've been out here, how are people feeding into what you got going on?
I think for one, I'm like a unicorn because I'm an R&B singer, but I'm from New York. When they think New York, they think rap.
That's why I asked what I asked you earlier.
Yeah, it is what it is. They think rap, or they think hardcore, but I sing, so it just gives me this lane that I'm happy to be able to fall into this niche. Very happy to be able to fall into that space.
Listen, you are like a diamond in the rough because there's, again, do I know who's famous from New York that's an R&B singer?
Not really nobody. One person they said, I think Case from back in the day.
Yeah,
but that's just one of. It's really not.
That's exactly my point. That's why I'm like, you are a dope artist, and you're a great singer, and you're from New York.
Thank you.
That's rare.
Yeah.
You're a rare breed, bro.
New York don't be letting the singers shine, man. They don't let us rise or something. Because why is that? Why is all the singers coming from everywhere else?
No, listen. So let's talk about just real quickly. So a lot of people who are not from New York have this stigma about people from New York that they're rude and they're just so fast paced and debunk that.
It's all true. We are rude. It is fast paced. I have nothing to say about that. She said everything. You just said what it is. Everybody right. It's true. Because, it's I go back up now.
Oh, God.
And now I done adapted this Southern thing where I'm saying hi to strangers and forgetting that we don't give it up like that. And they be looking at me crazy.
Oh, God.
People bumping into me and I'm actually like, well, excuse me. And I'm like, wait, that's normal here. My bad. I got it all messed up being down here. But that's the lifestyle. It's just, what it is it's no answer for it. It's we don't know why we like that. But being down here will change the way that you communicate with strangers and people.
Honestly, and that's, because even though I'm from Florida, I consider myself, I have a lot of Southern hospitality, and I'm very big on common courtesy.
Yes.
Little things like that, a simple good morning, hello, could just change someone's day.
Yes.
You know, and even kind of where I'm from, because I guess Florida is such a melting pot of different, nationalities and people from everywhere. It's not even really as friendly as I prefer. But when I moved to Atlanta, I remember my first week here, I was in the grocery store early in the morning and everybody's like, good morning, good morning. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I like that kind of energy.
Yes.
Because that's me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I remember I've been to New York plenty of times and it's just so fast.
It's cold, man. It's a cold place. It's a cold, dark place.
I wasn't trying to throw shade.
I know, but it's just the facts. Like, we really just don't want to talk to somebody we don't know. And too many people around us get us mad, even though there's nothing we could do about it because it's a crowded city. You know what I mean? Like, what are we supposed to do? It's just, it's bad. But it is the New York way. And
maybe it's the weather? It's all that cold weather that
gotta be. Something is messing with us,
making them irritable.
Yeah.
No, it's so funny because you know who James Worthy is?
I heard the name plenty of times. His name is very.
He's a big singer, producer as well, and he's from New York as well.
Okay.
And it's so funny. I was having a conversation with somebody right before I interviewed him, and I was like talking about New York, and he's like, I'm from New York. I was like, oh, dang. I was like, okay, well, but he's a singer too now. He's from New York.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
It's another one. Like, I'm not alone.
And he's out here too, and he's doing big things. Somebody I would love to connect you with.
Okay, please.
He's a great energy, a great soul.
I heard his name too. I don't know if it was from here or social media, just being in out here in Atlanta. I heard his name.
I'm gonna make sure you guys make that connection.
Please do. That's dope.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
So, we're into April right now. What can we expect to see from you throughout the rest of the year?
Well, the album Aquarius is out now, and it's been doing pretty well. We hit number 9 on the iTunes charts.
Hey,
U.S. R&B. Thank you.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm really now just trying to make that person-to-person contact. So all this next quarter, I'm gonna be in the streets, in the clubs with my street team, with the girls around me, with the everybody handing out barcodes and all type of merch and stuff to just really make a grassroots.
Make an impact, yeah,
something grassroots out here. So I guess the next thing you could expect is just to see me somewhere in person.
Have you been doing any performances out here?
I did when I first came to visit about the early end of last year, but then I took that whole first quarter to just be inside, just distributing the music, and now I'm about to do a bunch of shows. I'm trying to get on Springfest with the Coalition DJs and all of those events, those concerts. I'm there.
That's what you need to be a part of because when I first moved to Atlanta back in 2013, what I immediately noticed is there was nothing that catered to R&B artists.
Yes.
So I took it upon myself. I was doing a hip-hop showcase every single week. Once a month, I was doing an all R&B showcase.
Oh, wow.
And I was the only one out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? And we did it for a while until I stopped just doing showcases because I just was switching gears.
Yeah.
But, man, it was always such a great vibe because it brought a different element. People came there understanding that we're listening to R&B all night.
Yeah.
If you throw an R&B artist in the mix of a bunch of hip-hop performers at a showcase or open mic, it can be a little tough.
It get a little strange sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think those festivals and stuff would be a great platform for you.
Yeah, and I noticed down here they have things like R&B night, soul picnic. It was like an R&B soul picnic this weekend.
Now they're starting to do a lot more stuff. Man. I'm so glad that they are because that's a big business.
Yeah, and it gives us some space to be able to go there and have an audience, like you said, that's there expecting to hear that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. They're not there listening to all their homies, rapping all night, and then the singer comes up there and they're
they looking crazy. You know how many stages I've been on that I'm just singing to angry dudes, like just serenading the criminals. Like, yo, really, so many stages. I gotta look them in the eyes and melt a criminal's heart. It happens all the time, but I just learned how to. I just keep singing until they start smiling and all that.
But I'm sure their girl is happy though.
Their girl be
she
happy.
Probably oh, look at him up there. He probably you better
he be extra mad when the girl is with him. Oh my God, it's hard, but I'm used to it now. But like you said, when it's a room full of women or even males that want to hear R&B, the love is crazy.
Absolutely.
Especially even from men who like R&B. When they know it's an R&B artist or they're there at an R&B show, we love R&B too. Even if I wasn't a singer, I would love R&B.
That's my first choice, hands down.
Yeah, I would love R&B. I connect to it on a deeper level, so people need to have us around. We just got to find the right room sometimes.
Absolutely. Have you played with a live band?
Yeah, I have.
I sung with a live band, I should say.
Yeah, down here, actually, when I first came down 8 months ago, I went to Escobar Lounge. They have Escobar Southside.
Yep.
They have a live band every Monday, and you can go rock out with them. So I went there to kind of get a feel of.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was dope. They got a lot of that out here now, just
Yeah.
like little open mics and bands. I'm gonna hit all that now. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
He outside with it.
I'm so outside. I'm crazy outside. Like I ain't never going back inside. That's how outside I am.
For people that are really supporting your movement, they've checked out your music, checked out your project, what would you like to say to them right now?
For the ones that have been supporting me, I just want to say thank you so much, because it's really an individual thing, man. Like one by one, like I need you to listen to my music. I need you to support me. I need you. Like I'm not any bigger than anybody that's supporting me. I know some artists get comfortable and just think it's supposed to happen and people are supposed to listen to their stuff. Like I just want to sincerely say that I need you. So I appreciate every time you press play, every time somebody shares my music, every time somebody take the time to even like a picture or post. I need that. Without you, I wouldn't even exist. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Man, that's big facts. And that's a great point. We're just going to talk about it for a quick second, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
As a musician or content creator like myself, you have to be engaging on your social media.
Yes.
If someone comes to my post and takes the time to like and comment, I'm going to comment back and maybe go like some of their stuff too.
Yep.
When they come and comment on your stuff and you never reciprocate or respond, they're going to get disgruntled because that's a fan of yours.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the time to reply back, even if it's just some emojis, they're going to be like, oh my God, he responded to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to be hitting everything you post.
It's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? It's so important to artists. Please make sure you're engaging with your fans. That's so important. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
No, it's real. I'm glad you mentioned it, even on that engagement aspect of it. And not, let's just say you didn't want to do it genuinely. Even if you wanted to grow your engagement on your social media, that engagement is what makes IG push out the algorithm for you. So
Absolutely.
you still got to engage.
1,000,000% correct. Yes. But people be complaining about their shadow ban and this, that, and it's because they're not.
You're not doing nothing. You're not talking back. You're not responding.
You're not using the platform what it's intended for.
That's
and
right.
Instagram said, okay, we got you. You ain't going to use our platform properly. We about to block you.
Yep.
Nobody's going to see your stuff.
That's a fact. They caught on.
But you know what Instagram recently did, thank God, hallelujah, is they brought back to where now stuff is posting in chronological order.
I heard about that, but you have to change a setting, right?
Yeah, if you go on to, I'll show you afterwards. You just at the top, if you hit Instagram and you hit following, it takes you to another screen and it shows you everything in chronological order.
Got it. Okay.
That's what took away a lot of engagement is when they started doing it the way they're, because you be scrolling down your timeline and see something for 2 days ago.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, they post. I'm just now seeing it.
Yeah, and you end up missing what just happened today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facts. So thank you, Instagram. They need to incorporate a couple other things,
There's
too.
a few things, though, that need to work out, but that was a good step to get people to kind of feel like they can see what's happening now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. That we were totally missing that. So the single that you're pushing right now is what?
Cash Out,
It's
featuring
still
Amaretto.
yeah. So you've been pushing that for a quick little minute. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do as an artist. You can still feed the streets and put music out there, but you got that one song that people are really tuning into. You got to push that thing till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, I think we get too much in the habit of watching the bigger artists who can drop a record today and then drop one a month from now and they just go. We got to really spend time on a record and saturate a market with it.
Right. No,
and if it's picking up, don't pull a plug on it and throw something else and start from scratch.
do
Build it
not
up.
do that because it confuses people.
Yeah.
So what piece of advice would you offer any R&B artist? We're going to talk about R&B artists because I think that as a rapper, there's a lot more resources, a lot more platforms for hip hop rappers. R&B artists, I think, may be a little bit tougher. There's not as many resources or events and stuff that cater as we just discussed. What would be a piece of advice that you would offer any aspiring singers out there?
Man, this piece of advice would definitely be me talking to them and my old self.
Okay.
Because I didn't feel this until really like coming down here. It's not over for us. Like R&B, it exists. It's people that are sitting around right now just waiting for us to arrive. It's just as many people, if not more, that want R&B as it is the hip hop genre. It's just something about the industry itself, the way it doesn't cater toward it. It makes us think that it's no room for us.
Yeah.
But if you notice, certain artists in the R&B genre, when it goes, it's gone. Like look at Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic. Look at Jasmine Sullivan, like somebody who's not commercially as big, but look, she just won a Grammy the other day.
Right.
And her fan base is through the roof. She's touring the world. It's there. It still feels almost untapped again.
Yes.
But because we're not a lot of us are just tapping out. A lot of R&B artists are just saying like throwing in the towel like it's not enough. But to be very honest with you, there's millions and millions of people that's just waiting for some good, new, fresh R&B.
Absolutely, and I agree. Like I was just thinking about Bryson Tiller the other day. Like I thought he's so dope, but I don't know if he's still doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
But there's so much room for him. If he drops an album today, like we'll all listen.
Please believe it. Please, right? Bryson, come on now.
We will listen to that. Like we want that.
We will listen. No, I absolutely agree. So yeah, I just wanted you to throw that out there because I think a lot of R&B artists do get discouraged.
Absolutely.
Because there's not as much platforms and support probably, you know, so definitely you guys keep doing your thing. Anything else you got coming up before we close it out and give them your social media and all that stuff?
I would definitely say I have my app I launched. It's called the Nathaniel app. If you have an iPhone or Android, just go into the app store and search my name, Nathaniel. It's a free app. It has all my music, my content, everything is in there. That's the illest way to tap in with me, and my IG, Nathaniel Online.
Do you throw out, like, do you have push notifications that you put out, like when you put new stuff on the app?
Yeah, I have push notifications. I have a built-in chat so we could talk to each other.
Oh, I'm about to download
that. Yeah, it's a little
That's
crazy.
hard.
It's a lot going on in there, just so that in case Instagram disappeared tomorrow and YouTube, I could still connect with my base.
Listen.
Yeah, that's the goal of it. You know what I mean?
That's, and it's honestly, I didn't even really ask you because you got so much together. But one of the things that I ask artists is if they have like their own website or app, because if Instagram goes away or your account gets hacked or deleted or whatever, then what?
Right.
You got to make sure you have another way to stay connected with your people.
Yep.
You got to have a website and or an app. You know, you got to have, me and my
email list.
Me and my business partner got 3 apps and about 50 websites.
Word.
You know, because we want to make sure.
Said 50 websites.
I ain't lying.
Nope, you not.
No
I know.
cap. You know.
I know. I seen them. I be all over them sites.
Nah, for real. No cap. So before we get out of here, there's 3 things we got to do. I know you just told them about your app and stuff, but, you know, all your social platforms, everything, where can they keep up with you? So
Instagram, Nathaniel Online. Twitter, Nathaniel The Great. Facebook, Nathaniel The Great. YouTube, Nathaniel The Great. Nathaniel The Great. NathanielOnline.com. Just Google Nathaniel The Great. And then once again, my app, just go to the App Store or Android Play Store and search Nathaniel. It'll come right up, the first result.
I'm downloading that tonight.
Please do. Please do.
Second thing we got to do is, you know, you got to show love to the people showing love to you. Who do you want to shout out to? Man,
I'm going to shout out my guy Fresh, Scott Morris. Shout out to Bel Air, definitely.
Shout out Scott Morris.
Yeah, Scott, definitely got to shout him out, man. Shout to everybody that I've been tapping in with out here in Atlanta, the state of Georgia, DJ Peanut for breaking my record, Bankhead, Greg Street for the interview. It's so many AD, like the Coalition DJs, the ATL Top 20 DJs, Bishop. Just
Shout
a lot
out
of
DJ
y'all,
Bishop,
man.
that's my dog.
Yeah, man, this is some
a lot
good
of people don't know that too behind ATL Top 20.
Yeah,
shout out my dog Bishop.
You gotta learn the people, who the people are, and touch the people. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But salute to y'all, man.
That's crazy because that's what I did when I first moved here. I said I need to know who is who.
Exactly.
I need to know those people.
Exactly.
Let me cut through the BS. I need to get to the people who is doing
Who's
something.
doing something, who's shaking things up. I ain't trying to waste too much time. I want to connect with the right people.
Facts. Absolutely, man. Last but not least, but this is the most important question of the whole night. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, so we live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast with your girl Tampa. I got Mr. Nathaniel the Great in the building. He's the greatest ever, right?
I am.
What makes you the industry's most wanted?
I want to answer this right and humbly.
Pop your ish.
I'm the industry's most wanted because it's not the man who selected me. It's God. I didn't plan these moves. I wake up every day and I get emails and texts about things that I couldn't imagine. I couldn't even wished for. So I realized it's just bigger than the industry itself. It's the creator that's putting me in this position. And for that reason, I got to be the one. I just got to be.
That was big. That was a great answer.
It's the truth. It's the realest thing I can think of. Without being cocky, I'm just being honest.
Nah, you got to pop your ish because you've worked hard for it.
Yeah.
It's not being cocky. It's speaking the truth and being confident.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. You don't come off at all being arrogant.
Thank you.
Like, I wouldn't know you was from New York.
We go wait till she come to New York. Y'all better let her have it, yo. Nah,
They gonna get me.
They gonna get her.
I'm just
you
playing.
Heard me? We gonna run her down when she get to New York.
I'm just playing. I have nothing but love because honestly, New York is what really embraced me when I first started doing this. Of course,
Yeah.
I always got love. Shout out DJ Clue. Shout out to Culture. They're the ones that are over there running Desert Storm Radio. They're the ones that gave me my first break in radio. So I got mad love for New York.
I know.
I'm just being silly.
She one of us, y'all. She good. She get a pass.
Nah, for real. We up out of here, y'all.
Peace.